Good morning, great Americans. It's another great American video from the bunker in Kentucky. The date is March 14th, 2025. That's the first time I've ever said the date in a video, so I don't know why I did that, but anyway, lots to talk about. So, what can I choose? There's a ton of stuff. I want to say something about Doge, and before I end, I want to throw in a quick note about these Black Lives Matter, especially that one Black Lives Matter plaza with all the artwork that they're destroying. I want to say something about a quick note about that, but real quick about Doge. Why Doge? I'm going to tell you why. So you've ever heard there's a I don't know how many of you know Hamlet by Shakespeare, right? But there's a line in Hamlet where Queen Gertrude says, "The lady doth protest too much, methinks." it's it's a lie. It's where we get the idea that the people who squeal the loudest about something are usually the guilty party, right? If you accuse the guilty party of something, they're the ones who start screaming and yelling the most. They're guilty, right? That's what's happening with Doge and the Democrats. Doge is that is why they are freaking out over Elon Musk and freaking out over Doge, because he has hit the target right dead center, bullseye. Their corruption and their graft and their you know this is how they make their money. People keep saying, how do these Democrats get so rich how do these congressmen get so rich on a congressperson's pay? I mean, the pay's okay, right? But it's not that good, right? These guys are all this is how the money is pouring out. 50 million for transgender puppet show in outer Mongolia. 25 million for DEI training in Zimbabwe. What the fuck? What? This doesn't even that's billions and billions, and we are $30 trillion in debt. Where is that money going? I'll tell you where it's going. It's going somewhere. It's getting regurgitated, and a gigantic hunk of it is coming back to the person who got it going, right? And that's how these people get rich. And so the Democrats are scared shitless because, first of all, this is their little scam. This is their little trick on making money. But second of all, it's going to lead the way to finding out about criminal activity, and eventually these people are going to get charged with crimes. And so that's what's going on. And here's the thing I gotta talk about. I just can't stand it, man. During the State of the Union speech, right? These stupid idiot Democrats were holding up their little signs like idiots. No sense of, that kind of stuff never happened. Even when Ronald Reagan was president, and I think even when George Bush was president, maybe this kind of behavior never happened. This is a brand new thing because today's Democrat Party are unhinged. They're immoral. They're unethical. They don't know how to behave correctly. They have no sense of right or wrong. They're assholes, right? And this whole wearing costumes and holding up little signs and making a big stink, this is all pretty new stuff. And I don't want to hear anything about Marjorie MTG shouting out liar. That's one person shouting out one word for a brief moment. That is nothing like this disgusting behavior from the Democrats. But anyway, so they were holding up these little signs, right? And there was one sign that said, Elon Musk is stealing our money, or Elon Musk is a thief, or something like that. And then these idiot Democrats out protesting. They're saying Elon Musk is a thief. That's what they are. See, Democrats always do this. They take their crime and they impose it on someone else. They are the thieves. They are the ones who have voted for billions of dollars to go all over the world to our enemies and to stupid shit. Now, let me tell you something. When these Democrats got elected, did they tell during their election during their campaign, did they tell their constituents, hey, we're going to send billions of dollars to Vietnam for transgender school flags. We're going to send billions of dollars to Tibet for DEI sensitivity training. But no, we can't give you any money. We can't help you in North Carolina. We cannot help you with your flood victims and inner cities. We cannot help you with your schools and Americans. We cannot help. Oh, farmers, I'm sorry, you're out of luck. You're all out of luck. But we're going to send billions to somebody in in the Congo, right? Who nobody knows because they're going to send it back to me and I can be rich. See, that's what they're doing. They are the thieves. Elon Musk has simply shined a light on their thievery. And in true criminal fashion, in true leftist Democrat fashion, the only thing they can think of to say is, no, I'm not, you are. That's basically what they're saying. For all their protests about Elon Musk, it boils down to the childish response of, no, I'm not, but you are. Basically, right? And here's the other thing as a side note. Elon Musk's, or the DOGE website, is probably the most transparent operation ever to exist in government, and I'm going to tell you why right now. So every single thing that they discover and every single action they take is posted. You can see every time they get up to go to the bathroom and wipe their ass, you can see every fucking thing they do, and I'm going to tell you why. Because he's got a lot of computer. See, he's using technology to find stuff because he's dead. You know, politicians, they don't know shit about dick. A bunch of dopes. They haven't got a clue. And these people who were supposed to be watching the budget and the OMB and all this, they don't got a clue. These whiz kids that Elon brought in, they have a clue. They know how to use technology and discover stuff. And here's the thing. High-tech, like programmers, right? People who write code and people who write software and stuff, that's the way they work. They post everything they do because that's how they share, right? They'll be like they've got all kinds of websites among themselves where they're, you know, if they're working on software, they're working on code, and every time they make some kind of discovery, they post it, right? And it's all, you know, it's all beyond, you know, the average person like you and me. These developers sites where they share code and it's like it's all gobbledygook to us, right? But to them, that is their world. That's how they operate. They share every time they discover something. They share a piece of code or they share a discovery, and that's how they succeed. They create all kinds of amazing stuff and amazing software and programs and stuff because they post every single thing they do and they discover. And they can all look at it and they can all benefit from it and they can all add to it. That's how programmers operate. That is why the DOGE website is so transparent because they're behaving like programmers. Every single thing they discover, every single corruption and thing that they discover, they post. Every single action they take, they post. That's what a computer. That's how those kind of people operate, and that's a beautiful thing. And the Democrats hate it, and the lame and the liars in the fake news media don't get it. What I just said, you will not hear one person say. I don't even think you'll even hear it on Fox or anything like that. My comparison with programmers and their transparency and how they share information, my comparison with that with the DOGE website, you're not going to hear anybody. That's me. That's it. So if you're watching this video and you hear me say that, you are one of the lucky few, and I suggest you share this video because now maybe someone has said it and I'm not aware of it, but I have not heard a single person make that analogy, but that's why they're so transparent. But anyway, back to the Democrats. Elon is shining a light on their corruption, their thievery, their stealing of your tax dollars, and all they can do is say, "No, we're not the thieves. You are." That doesn't even make sense. How is Elon stealing? And he's making discoveries. They're posting the discoveries. They're finding waste here. They're finding waste there. How is he stealing money? This is how stupid Democrats are. It reminds me of the stupidity of Ketanji Jackson Brown in her congressional hearings for the Supreme Court, and Senator Marsha Burns asked a simple question: "Can you tell me what a woman is?" "Well, I don't know. I know I can't. I'm not a biologist." It's these stupid, ignorant answers that they give because they can't tell the truth. See, Ketanji Jackson Brown couldn't tell the truth, which is she is a slave to political correctness, which would have disqualified her immediately from the bench. She couldn't tell the truth, so she had to make up something stupid. And that's what Democrats are doing here. "Oh, Elon's a thief." That doesn't even make sense. If you're going to tell a lie or cover up for your crime, at least say something that makes sense. But just saying, "Oh, I'm not, but you are," that doesn't cut it. Oh, every time Democrats do that, really, they're just burying themselves further. They are proving their guilt. DOGE puts a spotlight on a corruption or some sort of spending fiasco, and they just, "Oh, you're a thief." That just all that does is make them look even more guilty. So that's the stupidity of it. Doge is probably the greatest thing to ever happen to government. We are a government almost $40 trillion in debt, probably more. I don't know. Who knows what the real number is? And ever since the days of Ronald Reagan, for 45 years, they've talked about trying to balance the budget, and it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. Doge is the very first thing to ever come out that's actually effective and can really take a hunk out of the debt, and the Democrats hate it, and they hate Elon Musk. Oh, and God, and please, somebody tell Bernie Sanders to shut up. "Or the oligarchs, where the rich oligarchs are running." God, shut the fuck up, you stupid old commie, crusty, old dust farting moron. We're sick of your stupid shit, okay? Your old days of wearing your Marx pin and carrying around your little red book from Mao. Man, that shit's history, man. Go to a retirement home, you stupid old fuck. Anybody who listens to If you listen to Sanders, you're an idiot. But anyway, so that's the deal on Musk. And finally, my final note on the Black Lives Matters uh, art things, squares, or those should have never been built in the first place because it's racist by nature. It's racist by nature. And I'll tell you something else. And this has been proven. If you don't know this, if you don't already know what I'm about to say, then you're just an idiot and a dupe who is lost in fake news. And this is it. Black Lives Matter, the organization. Now, I'm not talking about just the idea that Black Lives Matter. That's an idea, right? There's nothing wrong with that idea. Of course, a better idea is that all lives matter, but there's nothing wrong with the idea that Black Lives Matter, okay? But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the organization, the official organization, Black Lives Matter. They have nothing to do with Black lives, and they don't matter. They are just another invention of the Democrat Party to promote Democrat objectives, which are the gay and lesbian, Marxism, and all that kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. I've said this in several videos, and I'm going to remind you again. The oldest political trick in the book. This is the oldest political trick in the book, and the Democrats have been doing it for 100 years, And they still do it, and everybody still falls for it. The oldest political trick in the book is to take something that you're trying to advance, and you know that people aren't going to like it, and to call it something completely different to sort of like to cover it up, right? It's like putting dog poop putting dog poop in a paper bag. But remember the old days, people would put poop in a paper bag and stick it on someone's porch, and then the old man would or light it on fire. That's right, and the guy would stomp on it, and he doesn't realize he's stomping on poop. That's what they do. So what they do is, for example, take the National Organization of Women. That used to be not so big these days, but that was big like in days of Rush Limbaugh used to love to make fun. It's supposed to be an organization that promotes women, right? But it's not. It's not. They promote Democrat policies. The only time they promoted a woman was when it was a Democrat woman. But if there was ever a political race, an election between a Democrat man and a Republican woman, they would always support the man because it has nothing to do with women. It has everything to do with promoting the Democrat Party and and Democrat Party policies. But they call it National Organization of Women. Why? Here's why. Because if you attack them, they will be able to say, "Oh, you hate women. You're attacking the National Organization of Women because you hate women." See, this is the trick. Now take Black Lives Matter. Again, same thing. It's a Democrat operation promoting Democrat Party policies, got nothing to do with black people. It's got nothing to do with helping families. It's all over their website if you really pay attention. If you look carefully, I remember I looked at the website and I remember seeing the page that says that Black Lives Matter promotes gay and lesbian, gay and transgender issues, and we are in favor of getting rid of the nuclear family. Uh, how does that help a black family? They literally the nuclear family, right? You know what that is? It's the old-fashioned term for the normal family: mom, dad, and a couple of kids. That's called the nuclear family because anyway. They specifically said they're against the nuclear family and they're for promoting the homosexual and trans. Now, how does that help black families? You got mom, dad, and the kids at home, and Black Lives Matter is trying to destroy what you are. See? So again, just like the Organization of Women, Black Lives Matter organization is a Democrat organization that promotes Democrat policies, but they cover it up with a name to disguise it. So they're called Black Lives. Why? Because if you attack them, they'll be able to say, "You hate black people." Oh, this is their favorite, man. You're a racist. You're a Nazi. You're a KKK. You're a maggot. You hate black people. See, that's how they do things. That's how Democrats get down. And the news media, the liars, the fake news media at CNN and ABC and CBS and all, they have allowed Democrats to get away with it. That's why so many people aren't hip to it. But now that DOGE has shined a spotlight dead on the corruption and they can't escape from it, all they can do is say, "Well, I'm not a thief, you are." So it's a good thing that they're tearing up these Black Lives Matter thing because it just promotes racism. It just promotes hate. And let me tell you something else. Every one of those Black Lives Matter plazas or artwork or whatever, every single one of those is anti Martin Luther King. Why? Because Martin Luther King looked forward to the day when we are not judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. It's what's in here. is what matters. This is not what matters. What's in here is what matters. And what's in here has nothing to do with your skin color. But see, Black Lives Matter, all they're talking about is this. They're talking about your color. They don't care what kind of person you are. These are the people who build a statue to a criminal. George Floyd, you're talking about an abomination. Why the fuck should a criminal who attacked a pregnant woman with a gun, why would you build a statue to someone like that? I'll tell you why. It was built by people who care more about color than character. That's what Democrats are about, and that's what Black Lives Matter is about. And that's why they're a racist organization, and everything should be torn down. It should all be torn down because, in fact, it should all be torn down on Martin Luther King. Let me tell you something. If Martin Luther King's family had any balls at all, they would have come out and said that Black Lives Matter is against everything that Martin Luther King taught, because he taught that your character is what matters, not your skin color. All right. And today, these modern BLM people and modern Democrats are the exact opposite. They just care about the color. Don't give a shit about the character. That's why DEI is evil and racist too. But I'm not going to go into that. I got another video for that. You can check it out. So that is the video for today. Please like and share my video. Please go to my Substack page and subscribe. It's free. Please like and share my videos. I'd appreciate it. I don't make money off it. Thank God. If I depended on these things for money, I'd be screwed, man. So please like and share my videos, and I will see you all in the next great American video. Adios, muchachos.